Welcome back to the channel today, guys. Now, since we are nearing the end of the spring 2023 anime season, which is insane to say, by the way, I thought it was time to go through our season and pick some shows that I wanted to talk about with you guys that I haven't discussed on the channel yet. There's a couple, actually. And today, we're going to start off with Mashle. Magic and Muscles, the most stupidly funny show this season, and I would argue one of the most underrated. Now, when this series was first announced, guys, the hype for it was actually pretty crazy. I even reacted to the trailer of it on my channel a couple months back, and I saw that so many people were so excited for this show. The hype was real. But now that it's been airing, I haven't seen anyone talk about it. And that is the most inconceivable thing I can even think of. This show is pure comedy gold. Guys, I haven't laughed this hard in a show since watching The Eminence in Shadow. That should tell you something. Mashle is stupidly funny. It's hilarious. Genuinely funny. The very first episode alone gives you all the information you need about the show to realize, oh, am I going to like this or am I not going to like this? And within the first episode, I was hooked, line and sinker, baby. Now, I'm sure many of you are asking yourselves this, like, oh, okay, you said how funny the show is, Gary. Well, what's it about? And that is a great question, because let's talk about our main character of the show, Mash Bernadette, the literal definition of a meathead. Now, you see, our boy Mash doesn't have magic at all. Literally at all, in any capacity. And in this world, if you don't have magic, they kill you. They flat out kill you. To keep the land and magic pure from any anomalies, they kill you without any. So we see that his father, Regru Bernadette, who found him as an infant, raised him outside of the city, away from people, so they wouldn't find out that Mash doesn't have magic. Now, you see, Mash's father has forbid him to go into the city under any circumstances whatsoever over the course of his life. But, as we see, our cream puff obsessed main character just can't sit still anymore. He goes into the city. And what happens while he's there? He gets in trouble with the local authorities, of course, who literally chase him down to his house and corner them. Now, our boy Mash, being a complete and utter physical anomaly, quickly wipes the floor with the people that have come for him. And it's in this moment, the leader of these men, who goes by Brad Coleman, makes a deal with Mash to not kill him. And the deal is that Mash and his father could spend the rest of their lives looking over their shoulder in constant fear from the approach of the authorities who are trying to kill him. Or Mash can attend Easton Magic Academy and become a divine visionary there. If he can do that, Coleman swears that they will leave him alone forever. So naturally, what does our cream-filled MC decide to do? Why, we're going to school, baby, as he accepts the offer. Now, one thing I've noticed throughout watching this show, guys, is that the mangaka for this series loves two things more than anything else in the world. Cream puffs and Harry Potter. Because holy crap, are elements of both sprinkled throughout the whole show. The academy itself, Easton Magic Academy, is damn near Hogwarts. It has so much inspiration from Harry Potter. I don't know if I'm completely right about that, to be fair, but they have everything. They have the sorting hat. They have the different dorms. They have all these different similarities with Harry Potter. So the mangaka must love that series, which I do too, so that's really awesome. And to be fair, who hates cream puffs? Am I right? Now, becoming a divine visionary is not going to be an easy task at all, as we see that at Easton Academy, Mash makes, I guess you would say, a very eclectic group of friends that will hopefully help him along the way. As we meet Lemon Irvine, an extremely quirky girl, but she's cute, so it balances out. Next is Finn Amos, and to put it bluntly, he's a pretty hopeless guy, but he's got a heart of gold, and that's what matters. Next is Lance Crown, who is an extremely capable character and our deuteragonist of the show. And if you don't know what that means he's the character that's the second most important to the MC. So basically, he's our second MC of Mashle. Now, our boy Lance is actually a little bit interesting, as we see that he has 2 marks on his face. And I didn't mention this earlier, but let's talk about the marks real quick. Marks are, for all intents and purposes, a way for people to gauge how much magic an individual has. So say most of the world has 1 mark. As we see, all the characters have this distinctive mark on their faces. Most of the world and characters only have 1 mark. But our boy Lance is different because he has 2 marks, meaning he has far more magic than most people. But all this being said, this man is a lolicon. Sorry, not a lolicon. My mistake. He is a cis-con. And, bro, let's just say he really loves his sister. And last, but certainly not least out of our gaggle of misfits, is Dot Barrett. A hothead who is so bad with women, he makes Master Roshi look like Andrew Tate. And our story focuses on all of these characters attending Easton Academy, with Mash's goal being to become a divine visionary. Now, to have complete and utter disclosure to you guys, as of this recording right now, I am not caught up to the newest episode of Mashle. So, I can only give you guys and talk about the information I have right now, which is up to episode 6. I watched episode 6. And I gotta say, this show is just so fun, guys. It's just such a great time. There are so many instances. I'm literally on the floor holding my stomach, laughing my ass off. I don't think it's gonna ever get old when a character in one of these shows, like, does the Kazuma and just absolutely just pile drives a girl into the ground like Mash did in episode 6. It will never get old. That had me dying so hard. It was so stupid, but hilarious. But I really just wanted to talk to you guys about this show because I just haven't seen much discussion on it at all, nor really anyone covering it. And after watching it, I can't fathom why. This show is just such a great time through and through. And frankly, I can't wait to go and continue watching more episodes. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this down below. I gave you guys a very, base level bit of information about this series because I want you to go out there and watch it yourself. So if my video can help you to do that, then it was completely worth it. But to those of you who are watching Mashle and have been watching it since the season started, let me know your thoughts on this series down below. I would love to hear it, especially manga readers for this series. Because again, like I said, this show was talked up to the extreme before it came out. There was some real hype for it. But now that it's here, it's not hitting the same for some people. And I would love to know why you think that is, if you know more of the series than I do. But that'll be it for today's episode, guys, Just a nice little quick refresher on Mashle, a great series in the spring 2023 anime season. But until next time, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, week, month, and year. And until then, deuces, have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.